Oh, push the button. Dang it. Did I push the button at the right time? No, we still got the drop there for the next song. Hey, what's up, everybody? What's going on? It's, I was going to say it's Tuesday, but it ain't freaking Tuesday. It's Monday, dude. Monday. Do we all like Monday? Do we still like Monday? Is Monday a good day? I don't even know anymore. I remember there was a point in time when people would revere Monday as the greatest day because then you get up and you get back to work. You show up for work because it's Monday and everyone rejoices. They just rejoice resoundingly with screams of joy into the air because they're like, oh my God, I'm going back to work. Oh! And they just go running with their arms waving in the air. They just can't even contain themselves. They can't be contained. Is it still like that? Is it still like that, guys? Do we still have that vibe? That Monday vibe where we're like, dude, oh my God, I'm so excited to go back to work. You know, do we still have that going on? Because I was guessing that we didn't. Do we have that? We don't know. Paula Kreinberg says Monday's usually a good day for them. So that's okay. Monday's a good day for you. It's normally a good day for me. Although it is a work day, you know, it's still a work day for me, guys. I'm doing work from the office, organizing orders, doing all sorts of nonsense, and yeah. So it's still a day. It feels like every day's a work day nowadays. I spent all weekend doing electrical work. So yeah, I'm gonna recount this weekend for you. My weekend was a thrill a minute, you guys. My weekend was a thrill a minute. I know what you're all thinking. You're thinking, wow, I bet you this hombre, this dude was out there just having a wild party. And you know, you'd be right because it was a wild party. So Friday, got off work, went to work early, got off of work, drove home, sat in traffic forever, got home, loaded up the RV. Loaded up the RV, the travel trailer, whatever you want to call it, camper, a caravan. If you're in whatever country says that, you know what I'm talking about. You know what I'm talking about. Do you guys know what I'm talking about? Do you understand the words that are coming out of my mouth? So I loaded that up. I drove it out about an hour and a half, and then I parked it, and then I offloaded it. I leveled it, got it set up, got the power hooked up, got the water hooked up, showed Vicky how to hook up the doo-doo pipe because I didn't want to do that myself. Then I went like this, and I went, salute to the ladies that be, and I left them there and drove an hour and a half back home so that I could proceed to get prepared for more work. I got some good stuff done on Friday night. Olivia got picked up by Grandma and Grandpa. Olivia spent all weekend at the beach with Grandma and Grandpa. They were just chilling, doing Grandma and Grandpa stuff with the baby down at the beach. She's still a baby, but she's a little human now. What did she say the other day? I can't remember what it was, but it was what did she say that it was? She was talking about her tummy. And she didn't say that it was a disaster. She said it was a fiasco, I think. I think that she said that her tummy was a fiasco. I don't know. She's a weird human. She's tiny. She's a little blonde creature that runs around in here, you know? Runs around in here doing stuff. So, needless to say, Vicky and her girlfriends got to hang out at the RV. And I came home and got some work done on Friday. Managed to get a little bit of sleep. Got up early on Saturday and worked on electrical until 1 in the morning on Saturday. So that was an exciting Saturday, guys. I mean, it was a real change of the norm, a real change of pace, where I was doing electrical work the whole day, and then went to bed in the middle of the night. And then got up Sunday and went and cleaned up the electrical job. And then I drove out an hour and a half to go pick up the RV, and then drove the RV back home, offloaded it, and proceeded to do stuff at the house. So that's what's up. An exciting weekend. I know what you guys are thinking. Like, wow, this dude, he's just out there jet-setting, doing all sorts of stuff, and just a thrill a minute. It's just a real thrill vibe. It really is, dude. So, yeah. Not the same vibe, but just roll down in my basement and turn the computer on. Mondays are usually lighter on the workload. Yeah, I mean, that's kind of the thing, you know? Like, it just kind of, for me, it feels like every day is a work day because I'm just compounded into the work stuff. Like, there's just sort of a never-ending list of work that needs to be done, and I swear, I'm sure a lot of people feel this way. I'm not unique for that, but I mark something off the list, and I feel like I mark something off the list, and then two things get added into the bottom. So it's like one step forward, two steps back. Is that the thing? Is it one steps forward? Hold on. One steps forward. Three steps back. Oh my God. What is this? Olivia Rodrigo wrote a song called One Step Forward, Three Steps Back. And by the way, I like to pluralize the single, one steps forward, three steps back. It makes me feel better. You know, I feel better about it. So that's pretty good. Apparently Olivia Rodrigo wrote a song called One Step Forward. Is it two steps forward? I think so. Two steps forward. Or is it one step forward, two steps back? What's the saying? Oh, my God. Let's see. One step forward, two steps back. Oh, okay. Yeah, I guess it's one step forward, two steps back. Every time I try to get a break. Here it is. Johnny Winter, guys. Let's read it to you. Every time I try to get a break, it's unlucky. I find myself center stage. Oh my god, this is so depressing. Should we read this whole thing? When I think I'm on the right track, I take one step forward and two steps back every time I try to get back. Johnny Winter. Let's go look at this. Is this a song? Oh my god, I think it's a song. It is a song. Oh. Okay, Old Hillbilly. I wonder if we listen to this, we'll get a copyright strike, that's for sure. All right, I'm going to listen to it after. No. Is it Oh Susie Q is the guy? Okay. We got it. We've learning today. Can we listen to that song, though? I guess we can't listen to that song. One step forward, two steps back. I don't know. Whatever. Okay, we'll figure it out later. It's always good to do this stuff during the show. I guess I should put the screen on here so you guys could see it. But then again, who knows? Somebody will get me booted off the internet, you know. Oh, I have new documents to sign. Great. E-documents have come in, and I'm supposed to sign them. Fantastic. All right, let's click this button and get that chat back open. Nobody said anything. Rebecca Lowry said, how shocking. Yes, it is shocking to do electrical, but I don't shock myself, so it's not that shocking. I did not get shocked at all, but I will tell you that I forgot two breakers from my list. You know, so it's one of those things. You know, I forgot two breakers, so it was unbelievable. I got done with a whole panel swap, and then was two breakers shy. Actually, that was part of what I had to do on Saturday or Sunday, was to clean up and go grab two more breakers, put in the final breakers, test them, check the voltage, see what was happening, make sure the resistance was correct, and we didn't have any kind of going on. So we handled it, though. We handled it. All systems go. So we're back on track for another work week. I shall be returning to the Aquarium Co-op early tomorrow morning, probably before anybody on the West Coast is awake. Maybe you East Coast folks will be awake. Back to work there, doing what I do, getting a store built for you guys. Somebody asked me about the progress on that store, and here's one of those things. I can't really, I'm not, okay, the only progress report I can give you is that it's moving along. That's it. That's all I can tell you, really. It's not my business. You'll have to realistically bug Corey if you want to get whatever his update was. And if I recall from his last live stream, he just said, like, hey, we're doing everything right, so it's going to take as long as it takes, which is basically what it boils down to. Yeah. One step forward, two steps back is the fracking blues. Okay, I'm going to check this out. We're going to look that up. Is it the fracking blues? Is that what it is? Desert Rose. God, we're going to get a copyright strike if I open it up. We'll get demonetized. We'll get demonized. Oops. Well, I'll listen to it later because we can't listen to it during the show because I don't have a license to play that music. So we'll get in trouble, and they'll be like, oh, my God, we got to take all your revenue share. And by the way, we don't even have the right numbers up here. We don't even have 69 members anymore. We used to have nice 69. We don't. We have 68 now. Patreon, let's update it. 124 is the number now, I think. So, yeah, we lost some sponsors of the channel, so we'll just move on from that. Current works in the progress. I'm working on a video, and I think this will probably piss off everybody on the channel, except for the people that like watch the live streams and whatnot. But I'm working on a video about hiking is the video that I'm working on right now, and I'm actually going to put it on this channel. So I know it's going to I know that it'll probably upset some people because they'll be like, this isn't fish content, but that's the project that I'm working on for this channel, the video. And it does have some tie-in. Like, I think it has some tie-in. I feel like it does, but the current video I'm working on for this channel is a hiking video. I think that's what I want to put on here right now is a video about that and how it relates to my aquascaping hobby and just overall, like what's that all about? Why do I like doing that? And what is it all about? And like, what does it have to do with aquascaping? So yeah, I'm just going to be doing that. That's the current work in the progress that, like I was trying to say, which I said in a weird way, was people that don't watch the live streams will be mad, but you guys will be like, oh, I kind of like that. That was cool. That was a cool video. I think. I don't know. I could be wrong. I'm going to hop into the green room because, yeah, I'm going to hop into the green room just in case somebody wants to call in. So if you are on the Discord, you can call in if you like. And now it is over there. I forgot to do that earlier. Paula Kreinberg typed something else, not fracking. I'm guessing you were dropping F-bombs in the chat. Is that what happened? Procession of Echternach. I'm going to look that up. Let's see. Oh my god, I'm going to check this out. I'm going to check this out once the live stream is over. Luxembourg. The Procession of Echternach. Luxembourg. Okay, I'm going to check that out. I'm going to check that out after the live stream. Because why not? Because I can't do it during the show. Otherwise, I'd watch it with you guys. Otherwise, I'm gonna get blasted. I'm gonna get blasted by the YouTube police. And by the way, you know, like if we had enough members and stuff, I probably would just watch whatever and just say like, who cares? But you know how it is. You know how it is these days. Rebecca says, I hate when I do that. I do my own electrical usually, the joys of homesteading and being broke. Yeah, I mean, that's the reality. Homesteaders sort of do their own stuff until they get to a point where they'll call somebody like me to come help them. To be brutally honest. To be like super brutally honest, the homesteaders and whatnot sort of do their own thing until things get way out of hand. And then it's like, hey, can you fix this? And it's like, well, we're going to have to tear out all this crap. So, you know, here's the thing. Like, I know a lot of super capable homesteaders and farmers and stuff like that kind of know what they're doing. I just wish that they would take more time. I think is more often than not the biggest issue that I would say is brought to the table is that I don't think that they dedicate enough time to do something that was like really neatly professionally done. I think it's more so not their lack of aptitude. I think it has more to do with them just having the perception of no time and sort of just slapping it together in a certain way. It is probably the best way to put it. But I keep it fairly simple. Plumbing, though, that's someone else's job. Actually, in my opinion, plumbing is easier than electrical work. That's my opinion. But I could be wrong. But in my opinion, plumbing is easier than electrical work. You know, it's like this is under pressure. That's not under pressure. This is gravity. That's not gravity. That's, you know, so. Which is funny because we got a bid the other day to put in a what do you call it? A hot water heater. Vicky got a bid from a company that we like just to make sure that we could get a bid to reference from. And they want like $5,000 to put in a water heater. And it's like, well, yeah, I don't know about that. I don't know about all that. Because like even the best water heater I could find, like the most expensive water heater I could find that was an on-demand water heater was like $1,900. It's like the most expensive one I could find. that was it's like a 12 gallon per minute one, which we might have to go with the bigger one. I don't know. 12 gallons per minute seems like a very big unit. So I feel like $5,000 for the total install just seems like a lot, in my opinion. Although, the way I look at it is like, if it's going to cost $5,000 to do it and it costs us $2,000, we're technically saving $3,000, but realistically it means that there'll just be $3,000 available later down the line for a different project that I'll have to do. You know what I mean? You know what I mean. Oh my God, we got a member chat. Did we get a member chat? It's not a super chat, it's a member chat. From Wesley, says can't wait to go to Vivarium. I really want to go to Vivarium. I don't know if it's gonna happen though. I wanted to go to Vivarium pretty bad. I was going to go with Vicky. I was going to take Vicky with me. It was going to be our first kind of international trip together. But her work vetoed it. Her work said no. Her work said she can't go. So I'm, like I said, I'm trying to figure out if it's possible for me to go if I end up going by myself again. It's not really a problem if I go alone. Like, I have no problem with going alone. That's fine. My big concern is like, if I go by myself, like, to be honest with you, like, how upset is Vicky going to be? If she never gets to go. If she never gets to go on a trip. If she never gets to go on the trip, like, how mad is she going to be, right? So that's kind of my big issue, realistically. She's a great lady, but she wants to go and visit other countries, and I just don't know. I just don't know how well it's going to work for with our relationship if I'm just like, ugh, if I'm just off flying around and she being mad that she didn't get to go. So I don't know. That's kind of where I'm at right now, is like trying to figure out if like going to Vivarium will be worth it with the amount of stress that's going to put on our relationship, realistically. Because, I mean, I just look at it this way. Like, I've been mad before, right? So I can relate to being upset. So I know the feeling behind that. And so, like, if somebody was going to be mad at me doing something, whether it's rational or not, I don't know. I don't know how happy I don't know how happy I'd be about, like, making that decision, but I don't know. I think it would make a good videos. I think there'd be a lot of good videos from going over to Netherlands again. But I don't know. I bought my Bosch on demand at a hardware store closing 25 years ago. It cost me $400. Installation, much more. Yeah. Oh my God, you bought your hot water heater 25 years ago? I would check and make sure that thing's not going to blow up soon, but if it's still in good shape, you're pretty lucky. Ouch, I use a small on-demand since it's just me and I'm on solar only. Yeah. Plumbing mistakes can be costly, but don't burn your house down. That's true. That's true. Plumbing mistakes will definitely be costly, but they generally speaking, your house doesn't burn down, so that's cool. Yeah. Agreed. Though electric is not something I shortchanged, now I can't build a box square to save my life. It's a good point. I mean, if you can't build a square box, you might be having a problem. Paula says, my brother's a real electrician. He always tells me what to do because he thinks I can do it myself, but I always want him to do it. I'll tell you this much. Every single electrician on the planet does not want to come to your house and help you. Right? They don't want to come and help you out. so I don't know. They're all that way. Especially guys that like own their own companies, and stuff, like they don't want to come and help you out. Mainly just because you're asking somebody to do something that they've done all week, and they're probably just tired and they don't want to keep doing it. So, but it is what it is. I don't know. I mean, I don't mind like helping people out with like giving them good advice or like coming to check a thing out. But generally speaking, I don't like to go to people's houses and do a bunch of free work for them either. Is the effing bomb? What's the effing bomb? What? Separate trip /for with the wife. That's a good point. I mean, I definitely we could take a separate trip, but obviously at that point, like things start to add up of like, do you have enough vacation time? Because we live in the United States, so we don't have that much vacation time. Flying to Europe is quite expensive. I live on the West Coast of the United States, so it's pretty far. It's a lot of miles. There's not really an opportunity to walk it, if you like, So there's not a lot of like taking the walk or whatever. You're not going to be able to like take a walk to Europe. You got to fly, and the flying is fairly expensive. And the airline companies have they have that whole department sort of locked down. So it's not like an alternative. You know what I mean? But Vivarium looks like it's going to be a lot of fun this year, and I hope to go. But with the separate trips, like, one of the big issues is that Europe is in the northern hemisphere, so like the vacation times here that we can take are generally like when it's wintertime in Europe. Oh my God, Zip Gun's here. What's up, Zip? Oh, I can't mute you. I can't unmute you. You muted yourself, so let me unmute myself and be like, Zip Gun. What's going on, buddy?
What's going on?
What are you doing? Are you recovering?
I am still in recovery. I'm to the point where I can walk around outside and not, take a dive face first into my neighbor's lawn, which is good.
That is good. So you're actually walking, but just very carefully.
The walking part was okay. The being able to course correct, and that wasn't quite up to snuff.
Yeah.
I'm not as stiff, so if I stumble, I'm not like locking up and then
taking a double toe loop somewhere.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, that's good to hear. As you guys know, Zip Gun recently got a hernia surgery, getting a hernia repaired, and he's on the mend, and hopefully in about I'm going to take an outside shot here. In 3 or 4 months' time, he'll be out collecting some wild-caught fish out in Florida again.
I'm hoping sooner, but...
I'm just saying realistic.
Yeah, I'm being good and not doing stuff, but now I have time on my hand to think about things I will.
Uh-oh, you cut out.
Hello?
Yeah, oh, there you are. I don't know what happened. You cut out there for a second.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, I said I was being careful, getting up and down. There's, but I have a lot of time to think, so I've got prod.
Oh my God, what's going on with your connection today?
Hello?
Hey, there you go. What's going on with your connection today? Is your internet slow today?
No, it's been pretty good.
Okay, I'm not sure what's going on there. We keep dropping off about halfway through your sentence. I'm like, I'll figure it out, but but yeah, no, I was saying like you got to take it easy. Like you got to do the little exercises and stuff, but you got to take it easy because there's been a few times where I've personally been like, no, it's fine now. And then, oh, wow, I re-injured the thing that was mechanically repaired. um,
Right.
by expert surgeons, and then you're like, oh, that's my bad. So now I'm back at the beginning again.
Yeah, and I don't want to do this again.
No, you definitely don't want to go right back to square one. It's a real bust in the old chops. Well, that's what I was saying. Like 3 months on the outside, because 6 weeks you'll probably be kind of, back to normal ish, but then you still got to be cautious, and then like 6 more weeks after that. And I'm no math wizard, but that feels like 12 weeks is 3 months, I think. I'm not 100% sure. But I think we get to that like 3-4 month mark. It's like, oh, you can get back out there and start swinging a net around, or even just a fishing pole feels like too much. You just need one of those like big butterfly nets.
Yeah,
but for fish.
And I've located some cool little freshwater crabs, that I don't know what they are.
You found some?
Yeah, on there's a river walk on the St. Johns River.
Oh, wow.
I don't know if it's far enough up that it shouldn't be brackish, should be fresh.
Huh. That's wild. Hey, that's news. We got news. We got zip guns out here finding the freshwater crabs out at the river walk.
So I got to figure out what they are.
How is the river walk in your part of the world? Is it like total chaos down there?
No, Jacksonville actually has a couple of nice riverwalk areas.
Oh, okay.
Yep, lots of people use it. It's a well exercised. I think they're going to be expanding it at least on the West Bank, which is where I'm at.
Oh, very cool. Very cool.
Yeah.
So what's going on down there? What's going on down there politically in the old Florida? Because I know that times are turbulent for Floridians. They keep passing quite strange legislation while the struggle continues. Are you seeing like an upswelling of support similar to what recently happened in Kansas? Are you seeing that at all?
Possibly, but we got a lot of real, when the old people die off, so it's kind of hard to have a generational shift.
Okay.
And the Cuban population really should be pretty split, but even the young guys, you brand someone a communist and they're not going to vote for you.
Right.
They're very, very cognizant of Castro and what's happened in the past. Maybe a little too much.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm hoping that I'm feeling like I think Kansas is a bit of the harbinger. I think we're hopefully going to see here is that a lot of people need to get motivated. Find all those people that that aren't registered to vote. Get them registered to vote. And hopefully we can see a change of attitude from a lot of Americans that voting is very important. That's all I want. People know my stance on most things, and whether you agree or disagree with me on my viewpoints, that's fine. I'll gladly have those conversations with people, but my message is more like the American population just needs to be heard. And if you know somebody who doesn't vote, and if they're like disenchanted and they think like, oh, my vote doesn't mean anything and it doesn't whatever the laundry list is, just get them to vote, because the worst thing that could happen is that they don't vote, right? And if they don't vote, that means that nothing of your opinion will ever get written down, and no one really cares. So hopefully we can spread that word, because that's all I want. You could be a Republican, you could be a Libertarian, you could be a whatever. I don't care. Just go get registered to vote and make sure that you vote. That's it. That's all I want. That's my big political message, is like, go do the vote thing. I live in Washington State, where it's relatively really easy to get registered. You get your vote sent to you in the mail. You get your voting pamphlet. You can look up all the stuff and read it, because you have about a 2-week period to find the time to like, what does this levy actually say? Should I vote yes or no on this? Who is this weird this weird person. I've never heard this person's name, and they're running for city council or they're running for the district rep in my area, right? Let's go look them up. You take about a half an hour and get a good idea of who you want to vote for or whatever. But I know a lot of states in the U.S. it's like much more difficult to go vote. You know, and it's very easy. It's very easy for people to go like, oh, the voting is the exact same as where I live, which it's not. Every single state has a completely different voting situation of like how it's done and how it happens and how you register for it and where you need to go to vote and stuff like that. Washington State, I don't even need to go anywhere to go vote. The vote like I said, the vote is automatically mailed. All of our voting is by mail here in Washington, except for a couple of places if you want to go register on like the day or two before and go in and fill out a ballot that way. You can do it like day of, but it's all by mail here. So yeah, because it's much easier to mail things to places than it is to open up a bunch of like elementary schools and libraries and weird places and get all these people to show up to like check the ballots and all this crazy nonsense. So yeah.
Yeah, you know, a lot of important Florida votes have been decided by razor thin margins, so voting is super important.
Yeah, I mean, it's just trying to express to people that like your voting is very important. Like it just really is. And I know that for people in my generation, the people that are in their 40s now, you know, the message has been that voting doesn't matter. I know I've heard it year in and year out. I've heard it from so many people. Not if you turn on the news or if you listen to whatever, you know, like, but I hear it from people. They're like, oh, whatever. I don't have time for that. Whatever I do, nothing ever changes. Well, you know, I've heard it so many times. So, you know, I just look at it this way that like I'm a stupid YouTuber that does YouTube channel nonsense. And if I just implore with people and go like, hey, go get somebody that you know that doesn't vote, get them to vote. And by the way, that person could be you. It could be yourself. It could be your body that you live in, and you're like, well, I don't vote. I guess I'll go get me to vote. You could do that. You know, I just want to see a bigger turnout, especially because we never hit 100%. I would like to hit 100%. That's my goal, 100% of the votes. That's my goal. And we've never even come remotely close to that, especially the midterm stuff, you know. So hopefully we can get some people motivated to go vote. And like I said, the Kansas this recent round of voting done in Kansas, I hope is a message that we can all go loud and clear. Alyssa says we have to drive like a mile to drop off our ballot. Why is that? Oh, she came into the chat, but then she left. Okay, well, we'll find out if she comes back. All three sheriffs. What's that?
I want to do a 5-hour round trip because when I first moved up here, I forgot to change my registration. So my first year up here to vote, I had to drive 2.5 hours to my old place, turn around, and come back.
Oh, you did? That's crazy. 5-hour round trip. I know a lot of people have to make these like crazy trips to go get registered and stuff. And like, you know, some of the places that were highlighted to me, like down in Texas, where there's only one place where people can go get registered. It's like a DMV that's like 30 miles out of town. And it's like one of the reasons that they're sort of supporting that is that they keep the voting turnout low. So, you know, if you know people that need a ride to go down to the DMV to go get registered, you know, you could give a ride to somebody. You know,
if voting didn't matter, they wouldn't make it hard to vote.
Right. Alyssa says because that's where the ballot drop-off box is. We haven't figured outgoing mail from our current mailbox. Okay, I guess Alyssa will have to have a conversation on the outgoing mail thing. But like, if you have outgoing mail, well, I guess maybe you have like a door slot or something. Maybe you have a door slot and you can't figure out how to do the outgoing mail. But regardless, if you have a door slot, you can actually just hang a clip out by your door slot, like one of those office clips, and just clip the mail to that, and the mailman will take it and send it outgoing. So you don't have to do that, but yeah. I mean, the mailman picks up my outgoing mail. I actually saw him today. I was looking out the window. And because well, it was perfect timing. It was just epic timing. I just happened to look out the window when the mailman pulled up, and he grabbed the outgoing mail, and then he left me my mail that was being delivered today. And actually, this is actually pretty funny. I don't know if people realize this, but like, if you go from one address to another and you do the mail forwarding service, so the United States Post Office will they'll start sending you emails of your mail that got scanned through the scanning system that the United States Postal Service has, and they'll send you an email of like what mail is coming that day, so you can like keep track of it from having gone to your new address. Which I was like, wow, I didn't even realize that they were doing that, and they just started doing it to me automatically. Like, here's the mail that's coming. We always forget to fill out the ballot until the day of. Okay, well, you know, if you're procrastinating like that, I don't know what to tell you, but at least if you get it done on the day of, then that works. But you could be like me and have like 9 million alarms on your phone. I have an endless spree of alarms that go off on my phone all day long, and it drives Vicky crazy. She's like, I don't understand why your alarm goes off all the time. And I'm like, so I know what time it is, and I know what's happening, so I know what's up. Okay. What is this? Oh, okay. Never mind. My phone was going off on it. It was some nonsense. All three sheriff options here are GOP. I'm trying to find out which is CSPOA. I don't know what that is. I'm going to look that up. Let's see what it is. Google search. Constitutional Sheriffs and Peace Officers Association. Oh. Yeah, these guys that think that that's right. I remember these guys. These guys think that their sheriffs, them being a sheriff is a constitutional right to do whatever you want. Like once you become a sheriff, you're just allowed to do whatever because you have the power of the Constitution behind you, which is total nonsense. What's that, Zip?
They're nut jobs.
Yeah.
They, somebody does something they don't like, they're all liars, every single one of them.
Right.
With no proof, and they have no proof that they'll show, but they know it. And they're in law enforcement.
Oh my God. And on their website here, in the first page, they're immediately quoting David Duke and a bunch of other people. The Constitutional Sheriffs and Peace Officers Association. Okay, on their website. Wow. Okay. Well, that's pretty garbage. I mean, if you have quotes from David Duke on your main page, yeah, get out of here. Yikes. Yeah, I wouldn't vote for any of those guys. And to those of you that think like Washington State doesn't have a bunch of kookaloos, we do. We're I know a lot of people think that like Washington State is 100% like super libs or whatever, but we're kind of, what are we, like 55-45, 45% red, 55% blue. So yeah, so I forget what county Rebecca is in. Oroville, right? Is it Oroville? No. Might be. Yes. I was actually out here, like, out in Oroville not that long ago, and It's a heck of a drive, man. It's a heck of a drive, my dude. Where's like Roosevelt? Where are we? Okay, that's Barstow. We don't want to go all the way over there. Mazama, Ross Lake. What lake is this? This lake has no name. Yeah, Okanagan River. Spectacle Lake. Is Lake Roosevelt like that much south? Okay, hold on a second here. We got to look this up. Lake Roosevelt. Wow. Where is it? Okay, it's right there. What? Why wasn't it showing up on my other map? Oh, excuse me. Yeah, okay, so let me look at this map. What, am I losing my mind? I could be losing my mind. It's possible. Winthrop? Okay, over there. Okay. That's why. I didn't have the map big enough. I should have gone bigger with the map. So let's see. What county is that? We can look it up, though. The population was 1686. Oh, my gosh. You guys don't have very many people. 1,600 people. That's probably up to 1,700 by now, I would guess. Let's see. What county is it? Okanagan. Okanagan. Is it A-N? Yeah. County, Washington, Sheriff. Let's see who's running for sheriff. Okanagan County, Washington. Boom. Let's take a look. Sheriff Tony Hawley. Who's this guy? What is this? Oh, sorry. Vicky's sending me a text. I got to find out what's going on. What? What? I'm texting her back. The word what? Okay. So your current sheriff is Tony Hawley. The Okanagan Sheriff's Office is a culturally diverse organization that is responsive to the public safety needs of residents, visitors, and communities it serves. Okay. Oh, this guy's wanted. Who's this guy? We got a wanted poster here, folks. Who is this? Oh my God, he's wanted for quite a bit. Let's add source. This dude. Have you seen this man? Hold on. Wait, where's the... Okay, oh, here it is. It's up here now. Smart select. Okay, this guy. These guys are looking for this dude. This guy's wanted. Wanted! Who is this dude? This guy looks like he's from Oroville. Okanagan County Sheriff's Office. We have worked with Okanagan County Coroner Dave Rodriguez to complete the autopsies of the Coveys. Oh my God. 2 counts of first-degree murder and 2 counts of unauthorized removal of or concealment of body with nationwide extradition has been issued for this guy, Dylan J. Harrington. 5'9", 145, brown. Brown hair, hazel eyes. Hey, have you seen this guy? He's wanted for double murder, dude. Let's capture him with your capturing skills. All right. Okay. Where's the who's running for office? Running for office in 2022. Here we go. 3 in the running for Okanagan County Sheriff. Primary will eliminate one of them. The incumbent is Tony Hawley. Okay, let's get our screen capture back on here. Boop. These guys. These are the guys that are running. These dudes. We got a cowboy hat guy. He has no name, which is why I say that.
Cowboy hat is a bad red flag.
Not necessarily. There's a lot of cowboys out in Orville, so who knows? Let's see. Primary will eliminate one, but we don't know his name. Challenger Boudreaux, or Paul Boudreaux, is this guy. This guy, maybe? And then this is Tony Hawley, but we don't know. Oh, wait, whoa. Oh, no. Okay. Cowboy hat is Paul Boudreaux. That's Paul Boudreaux. This is Tony Hawley. And this is Kevin Newport, I think. I don't know. Their website formatting at Quad City Herald is pretty bonkers. It's pretty bad here. Candidates who all prefer the Republican Party are in the race for Okanagan County. Paul Boudreaux. He's a jailhouse guy. Kevin Newport. Okay, here we go. So here's all their what do you call them? Credentials. Associate's degree from the University of Phoenix. Let's see. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not seeing if any of them are constitutional guys. This guy's on the dive rescue team. I don't know. I guess we'll have to see, folks. We'll have to see. I'll look it up, and I'll let Rebecca know. I'll keep searching through the internet to find it. Where's my chat? There's my chat. Bona fides. It's all from Rebecca. Who's in here? Mark Balkwell. 68 members, so close to my favorite number. Well, Mark, if you become a member, we can go up to the nice. We can go back to nice. We were at 69. Now we're at 68. We're just a bore. I've even pinned the comment. You can become a member if you want. Become a member today. Or not. Or don't. I don't know. You know, you got to do whatever you want. Let's see. I love that service. I use it all the time. I can't find a member list. Our current sheriff is one of them. Oh, okay. Yeah, Culp carried my county in the primary, and I have no idea how that is possible. Yeah, I don't know that. Everything I've read about that Lauren Culp guy is that he is not of sound mind. It would be my opinion. From all of the things that I've read about him, he does not seem like a sane person. Okay. Yeah, so either way, that's kind of where we're at. So the aquarium stuff right now, like, let's go back into aquarium talk here for a little bit. My current aquariums are all empty. I took a little inventory this last weekend to figure out exactly which ones I'm probably going to move into the storage shed, and then which ones I'm going to set up in the new office space. I took some measurements. I got my lumber order together to start building out the new office fish room that's going to exist for now before we break ground on building a new place, a new building out back here. Mainly because the permitting process takes forever, so it's going to be quite a while to build another building out here. Once we get the permitting stuff going, then we have to work on actual financing. If we can finance it, piecemeal, week by week, or if we have to get some kind of financing in order to do that. Then we're gonna have to figure all that stuff out. But in the meantime, I can add on within our garage here. So we have like a big 3-car garage, and I'm gonna take one of the bays and make that into the new what do you call it? The new studio / fish room. So I'll actually have fish tanks in the background of the new my new studio space, depending on how it comes together, But yeah. So far, the layout is sort of there, and I just have so much stuff in the garage that I'm having to pick up boxes and move them around and do all that kind of crap. And that's just slowly getting done. Because, well, first and foremost, like, it took a lot of money to move to this new house, and we did the new roof, which we had to do, and And then, once we got the new roof done, it's like, wow, we swallowed that pill. And then we've obviously got a bunch of other work to do. Well, not obviously. You guys don't know. You're not here. But we've got a ton of other work to do to the house and the yard. And, the initial chicken coop that we set up a yard with the chicken coop. Then we had to rebuild a new one and move it to the other side of the yard. So it's all been enjoyable, but it's just been kind of interesting nonsense. This house actually has an old hot tub on it, and I was really going like, man, I should just get a tune-up done on that hot tub and get it going and go that route. Nobody else in this house is all excited to have a hot tub, so I think we'll just end up getting rid of the hot tub. I don't know. It just seems like it's not going to get used. So I think that's kind of the best bet right now is like just go ahead and get rid of that hot tub. So we've just got like a ton of projects going on. And then, in the meantime, like I said, I'm going to build out that studio space in the garage. But that's just taking a long time to get around to getting time to do it, more than anything. Alyssa says money is expensive. It's true. Money is expensive. It would be nice if I had more of it, but right now I'm sort of just trying to stay afloat. I mean, I was kind of bitching about it the other day, but like, it's just, it's kind of one of those realities of the modern world is that Olivia has to be in daycare, and there really isn't. I know that people were being super friendly, and I was not taking it as anybody being mean, but they were like, well, maybe you could put her part-time in daycare and then part-time like with the school or something, and it's like eventually she will be going a part of the day to preschool. That begins next year, I believe. Is that this September? No, because this September she'll still be 3. Yeah, so this September she'll still be 3. So next year she starts going to kindergarten at the beginning of the school year in September. She starts going to kindergarten because she'll be 4. And then the next year she goes to, how do you spell? A child must be 5 years of age as of midnight, August 31st of the year of entry to be entitled to enter kindergarten. School districts are authorized to adopt uniform entry qualifications for kindergarten, including birth date requirements. Oh, dear God. Oh. Okay, so she has to be 5 as of midnight, August 31st of the year of entry. So she's 3 right now. Next year she'll be 4. The following year she'll be 5. Then she'll get into kindergarten. Oh, sweet Jesus. Okay. Oh, that hurts my feelings. That hurts my feelings, guys. I hope you understand that. Yeah, she's going to be one of the older kids because her birthday's like right at the beginning of November, Oh. So I want people to sit down and find out and figure out how much your mortgage is. And our daycare payment every month is $1,473, just so you know, to send her to daycare. That is like, it's a good structured daycare. Is there a cheaper daycare out there? Yes, we were already at the cheaper daycare, which was like $100 cheaper or something. And to be honest with you, like it seemed like a nice daycare, and everything, everyone that was there was fine and everything like that. Um, and but it was set up as like free play. So like whatever the kids wanted to do was basically what the teachers, I mean, I wouldn't even really call them teachers, but the daycare workers, the caretakers, I don't know, were like gonna do that. So they were into it. They were just like, yeah, okay. And one of the things that I noticed is that we have a big TV here, and Olivia gets to watch TV sometimes. We get to watch cartoons. Like last night we watched cartoons from, so after dinner, after bath time, it was like 7:15. So we watched cartoons from 7:15 until like just right before 8 o'clock, and then we went to go read some books, and we did some letters and number thing where she like fills in the number and then like finds things and then writes it, practice trying to write a number, just like kid stuff, and then went to bed and whatnot. But here's the thing, like Olivia never watches cartoons like without us. Like there's never a time where she's just watching cartoons on her own. We're always like I'm always, whoever is home with her or whatever is in there when she's watching TV. She never just goes in there and just watches TV by herself, right? So, but the thing I noticed is that she would come home and talk about cartoons that she never watched with us, right? Like she would come home from school and talk about cartoon characters like Paw Patrol. Like we never watched Paw Patrol because I don't know. I found Paw Patrol to be like super annoying, so I didn't want to. I just didn't want to have her watch it and then want to watch it, right? So it's like whatever. We'll watch other stuff. And but she would come home talking about Paw Patrol, and it's like, why are you talking about Paw Patrol when you come home? And then so we talked to the daycare people, and it's like, are you guys here watching cartoons? And they're like, yeah, we watch some cartoons sometimes. And it's like, how much cartoons are you watching? And like, well, some cartoons sometimes. And it's like, I got the real vibe that the TV was on the whole time that they were there. And that was a noticeable difference with her going to that daycare as to the structured daycare where they're like doing stuff. Like I can literally look up so I can literally look up hold on, let me find the thing. Hold on. Oh, where's I have to like, okay. First off, you have to be able to navigate an app. Okay, here we go. So like on Friday, we have the full we have like the full how many times she went to the bathroom, at what time, how long her nap was for. She had a nap for 1 hour and 31 minutes. The activities that they did were like weather calendar, good night construction site, signing time. They were doing some sign language stuff. Music and movement, AM, outdoors AM was loud like trucks. So they were acting like trucks. Academics was construction, truck, action, rhyme. The art that they did in the afternoon was they did bulldozer paintings. They did bulldozer paintings, right? They did bulldozer paintings, and they actually even sent a picture of her painting like a bulldozer. And I actually asked her about it yesterday, which is a couple days later, and she actually had retained the like painting like a bulldozer, which is kind of cool. And then social emotion, they did pretend play bedtime. The science they did was they went over the night sky. They did truck shapes. They did construction sensory bins. And then they did social emotional in the afternoon, which was what's your favorite activity, right? And like the thing is that like this is vastly different from the other place, and you know it's like I said, it's like $150 difference or whatever. You know, but that's like just from Friday. You know, that's like Friday's plan of like what they were gonna do, all that kind of stuff, and it's even crazier. Like the place that she's at now, you can check in and see what the kids are doing and stuff, like what's going on in their classrooms. There's like cameras set up all around the place so you can check in on your kid and see what the hell's going on. So you know, I don't know. It's vastly different for like a little bit of money, but at the same time, you start to do the math, and I literally am going to use a calculator here because we go 1473 times 12. You're talking about $17,676 a year. Yeah. So 17.5 a year is just going to daycare for our kid to be there. So yeah, it's not really my goal to get on here and talk about money, but it's like I desperately want to start building a big fish room and working on that. And then it's like I look at the finances and go like, okay, my lumber order is this much, and I only have this much. Like, guess we're waiting until next month, you know, kind of crap. So, but, you know, needless to say, things are moving on. This morning, I forgot even to mention this. Like, so the old house we've moved into, we've definitely noticed that the guy who sold the house was the son of the parents, right? The parents were elderly. The mother passed on. And I believe that the father also passed on or is in a retirement home now, late life care, basically. And so my understanding is that the son got the house and decided to fix it up, did a bunch of work to fix it up. Some of it's okay, some of it's not so okay. But needless to say, we like the house, we like the property. It's all good, baby. But one thing we've noticed is that a lot of things in this house have been installed for a long time, you know, like the hot water heater is well past its life. The fridge was way past its lifespan. So we replaced the fridge with a free fridge that we got from a contractor I know that was doing a demo on a house, in which they were going to give away the appliances. So we got a free fridge. We put that in. It doesn't fit anything. The ice maker doesn't work in it, but it holds temp and it freezes. So we're like, word. But it doesn't fit. It's like wedged in there because I either got to cut the countertops back or I got to cut the drywall out and move the wall over, which is kind of like whatever. We'll just leave it where it is and deal with it. But it has issues. And so we're sitting there going like, okay, well, we're going to have to buy a fridge, blah, blah, blah. Yakety yak, whatever. But then we realized that the microwave just one day, like, the microwave wasn't working all that great. It worked okay, but then it was like, hey guys, I'm gonna take a big old dump-a-rooney, and just started making insane noises. And it's like, I'm not turning that on, and it doesn't work anymore. So, of course, like a friend of mine I talked to, he's like, yeah, you could get it repaired, and I'm like, I don't even want to fix this stupid microwave. I just want to send it to the appliance recycler and just let them recycle it and be done with this and move on. So then initially I went to go look for some new microwaves, which were like $900, and I didn't want to I'm going to tell you, I didn't want to buy a $900 microwave. So we went to a local appliance dealer, and this morning we found a microwave, and we got him to we basically just like, hey, you're a salesman, can you mark it down? And he was like, yeah. And so we got a new microwave for $247, and I'll be installing it myself because installation was an extra couple $100. So your boy here will be doing it. This dude right here in the face area. we'll be doing the microwave install and replacing it. Yeah, and so like the appliances here are slowly but surely dying, so we're going to have to kind of replace all that crap, and that's a bummer, but also it is what it is. Sounds like one is just an expensive babysitter, the other is an actual education program. Exactly, Aubrey. And that's the big takeaway for me, is that like if we were going to pay that amount of money for somebody to just sit around and watch cartoons all day, I feel like just have Olivia stay home and just have her watch TV all the time. It's just not. To me, it just wasn't worth it. So when this academy, like a spot became available, it was like, boom, we're on it. We got to do that. It's so beneficial for her, and I admittedly over the last I think month and a half, I think is about right. I think about a month and a half, you've definitely seen a big change in like how well she's kind of navigating, right? Yeah. Melissa Bentley says, isn't installing a microwave anything more than just setting it and plugging it in? No, actually, you got to hook up the hood vent. You have to take the old one off the wall. You have to take the old brackets off the wall. You have to hardwire it in. You got to do the electrical and then remount it to the wall. So, yeah, that's more than, yeah. I was thinking the same thing, but maybe he has a fancy microwave shelf cabinet area. It's over the stove, right? So it's an over the stove microwave that also is the hood vent for the stove, right? Wait, we know what I'm talking about, right? I'm not talking about installing a microwave you just set on the counter and plug it in. I mean, come on now. Come on, my dudes. Come on, dudes. Come on, dudes. You with me? You with me, fellow bros? Come on, bros. We know what it's all about, right? Although I'll tell you this much today. I was at that I was actually at the appliance place. Oh man, those guys. They had some commercial equipment I'm used to using, and I'll tell you this much. Your boy over here with a little drool on his face going like, "Oh, a real stove." Like, "Oh, a real stove. A real stove. Oh my god." And then I looked at the price tag and about barfed. Threw up in my mouth a little bit and was like, I can't do that. Yeah, Alyssa, how to tell if someone's a lifelong renter. Yeah, exactly. True. Yeah, our microwave still just sits on the counter. Yeah, we don't even really have enough counter space here if you wanted to do that as an option. I mean, we have a fair amount of counter space, but yeah. Rebecca says 6-burner gas. Yep, we've brought gas into the house. We've brought gas into the house so that I'll be able to have natural gas for an actual cooktop. I know there's a lot of people out there that are going to bitch at me and complain and talk about induction and blah, blah, blah. I've used induction before, even commercial induction, all that kind of stuff. I don't like it. I just personally don't. I spent many, many years professionally cooking. So I like to cook on gas. Is what it is, bros. Is what it is. So I think long term, like my plans for gas here are a gas water heater, a gas clothing dryer someday, and then a gas range. Those will probably be the 3 main gas appliances. And if I have enough, gas left, farting, right? Farts. Come on, farts, guys. Farts, gas, right? Hilarious. If I have enough natural gas service left, I would like to run natural gas out to the barbecue and the smoker. That's going to be sort of a long-termish plan with that stuff. But needless to say, I would like to have natural gas as opposed to doing propane. I hate having to fill up the propane and stuff. It's just it sucks. So, but I do think at some point in time I'm going to build like a covered barbecue area, do a concrete slab, build some. Probably, was thinking about doing some brick walls, but I'm not really like a big fan of laying brick. Overall, I'm never really satisfied with like what brick looks like in that application. So, what I was thinking about doing is just doing some concrete footer around it. Basically, just do some concrete form walls, and then skin it with those stone tile. I think I might do that, but I don't know. That's what's in my head. If anybody's wondering what's in his head, what is he talking about? That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about, Marty. 1.21 gigawatts. Lightning power with gas. Induction and cast iron or canning can be a bad combo. That's a good point. Yeah, very true. Very true. Back in my old town, I had a great appliance place. They did a mix of scratch and dent new and refurbished old. Never had a bad appliance from them, and they were very reasonable. Yeah. Bonsoir. Yeah, I mean, that's basically where I went. We went to the like scratch and dent local appliance place. It's not completely scratch and dent, but it's a local appliance place. So the one that we got was the Maytag 1800 watt microwave. This dang thing. Where is it? Is this the right one? Let me see. No, this isn't the right one. With the browning thing in it. Oh my God. Close that window. Okay. Let me see if I can find it. I think it's this one. Is it that one? No, that's not it. I swear, anytime you open up another window, you're like, your mind my mind gets blown. Where is it? Let me see if I can find it. This seems to be the one. And right now it's $538 at Home Depot, so we got it for like $247, I think. So I'm like, that feels fine. Like, that feels okay. I'm okay with that. It feels like a good local deal. It might be like last year's model or something. Yeah, here's the one. Here's the one that we got that is the 1,000-watt version. It's $349, so it was $100 cheaper than the 1,000-watt version. Whatever. Nobody cares. Nobody in here cares. You guys are like, why is he sitting here talking about microwaves? It's Monday, bro. I'm like, you're right. But nobody said anything since I started talking about microwaves. Just shut them down. Shut the humans down. New construction. Okay, so the climate and tax bill. Let's talk about that for a minute. I started reading the climate and tax bill, and I mostly agree with most everything that's kind of going on in there. Hopefully we can restructure some taxes. We can restructure some things so that the top earners are paying a fair share. I hate it. I find it detestable when people are like, but he paid $1 million in taxes last year. And you go like, what was even 21% of their income? And it's like 210 million. And you're like, and you paid 1 million. So you want to rethink the 1 million statement, you know? So I've seen a lot of that kind of stuff. And it's obvious that like people could defer their taxes if they're utilizing their taxes for things. I get that. But I think we really need to restructure that kind of stuff and move forward, right? With being adults, right? Being adults in the room, and start to work on some of those big projects that need to get done, that really do need to get done. I was glad that the infrastructure bill got passed earlier. I think that was earlier this year. When was that infrastructure bill passed? It might even have been. Might even have been last year. That might have been last year, but this article I pulled up is not explaining all that well. That might have been 2021. That might have been last year. So, oh, here it is. Yep, that was last year. So I was glad to see the infrastructure bill pass, and I'm also glad to see some of the climate bills pass and go in the direction where we're starting to do some more collective good. Starting to do some collective good. But we shall see. We shall see really how it goes. I think the biggest issue, like I mentioned earlier, is going to boil down to voter turnout. We need to see a big voter turnout this midterms, and depending on how the midterms go, I think we could see a big crazy downturn in where this nation is headed versus a possible slow upturn. I don't want a dramatic upturn. I don't want a dramatic. I like that nice slow growth. That's what I want to see happen. But what does it really matter? We got 23 likes today. Was that enough likes? I don't know. I don't know how many likes we're supposed to get to be considered to be liked, I guess. I don't know. I guess is that the goal? I don't know. I don't know what the goal is. Stream health is healthy. Viewer activity is 0. No super chats or members today, so no shout outs to anybody. Stream settings are still the stream settings from before. So we got all the likes we could get. And we got all of the stuff. Shout out to Zip Gun. I hope Zip is on the mend and continues to be on the mend, and things go well for you, buddy. I'm going to leave the green room. Zip Gun was our one caller today, and yeah, I'll probably be back next week. Who knows? I might just leave town. Who knows? Who knows if I'm going to leave town or not?